Yeah, I mean, a lot of the stuff that y'all probably gonna want to know, when Joe's available to y'all later in the week, he'll be able to share a lot of that stuff. But, you know, for me, I'm grateful that I had the little time that I had with CJ, to be honest with you. I mean, he's a real pro, a real vet, a leader. He led in a lot of ways for our team. So obviously, not only us as a team, but shoot, this whole community and city is going to miss CJ. I mean, he's been a huge part of what's going on here and the success that this team has had for a long time. And it's not easy to move on from guys like that. You can't just turn the page so quickly, you know. I'm pretty sure he feels the same way. He almost pretty much grew up here, as a grown man, So, I wish him all the best, and he's going to be great. Obviously, I spoke to Willie Green earlier today, just kind of telling him what he was getting, So he's excited. I know CJ's going to do a great job, man. So that's first and foremost. Secondly, for us, I just like the fact that over the last week, 10 days, or however long it's been, like we've created an opportunity where we could have a ton of possibilities, in the future for this team, for this organization, and I'm looking forward to that.
How do you go about sort of figuring out how the new parts fit? Like, what's your process for that?
Well, these games come so fast, and you just get them out there. I mean, you go over like some of the plays and some of the defensive concepts and things, and just plug and play, man. Just plug and play. I mean, it's the NBA, so most teams run similar plays, and that's not that much of an adjustment for me. It's just getting an opportunity to kind of see what they can do, for us. So it's just a plug and play type of situation.
Do you have thoughts on any of the guys specifically that are coming back in the trade?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Josh Hart, he's the one that the most notable guy in the trade. I've always been a fan of his. I love the way he plays. He's a big-time competitor. He plays on both ends. He's a good rebounder for a guard. He's almost like a one-man fast break when he gets the rebound. Defensively, he takes the challenge. I just love what he's about. He was coached very well, Villanova kid. They play with a lot of toughness in that organization. But I just love. I've watched his career. From the time he was young with the Lakers, and he just continued to get better and better. I can remember a couple years ago when I was calling games for ESPN. I called several summer league games, and he was a guy that didn't have to be there, but he wanted to work on his game and continue to work on his confidence, and he played that summer league, and he, obviously played well. To me, that spoke to just what he wanted, out of his career and out of his, out of himself, to be able to not look at that as like a embarrassment or like I've been in the league, I shouldn't be here. Nah, he took advantage of it. And I think since that point, he just continues to get better and better. So I've always been a big fan of his. And obviously, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, coached against him last year. They were my scout when I was with the Clippers, and he lit us up for like 37 or 39 in LA. Had a big-time game against us, and he's played pretty good against us too. So he's a very talented young player. Kind of played both positions, guard. He can play point, play some two. Got good enough size to play a little three. Young player trying to find himself. So looking forward to that as well. And we'll see what happens with the other guys.
Do you think guys are uneasy heading into this, whatever 48 hours?
I know guys aren't easy. I've been there. I've been uneasy before. You kind of get used to it, after you've been in the league for so long. But, it's not that much that a coach can do to really kind of ease that. And this is what it is, And engagement level's always down a little bit. And this is not just around now, it's just around the All-Star break period. That brings some of it, but the trade deadline is the worst of all. Because, your life could change a little bit. So I understand why they are, but sure.
Did you have a conversation with Damian about trading CJ, and what was his reaction, if you did?
Yeah, I've talked to Dame. Again, when I talk to the players and all those guys, those conversations remain private. But of course, I've, talked with Dame.
Any other questions?
What do you think about Greg tonight?
Yeah, I thought Greg was good. Greg he relishes every moment that he gets. He takes advantage, every time he gets a chance to get out there. He's playing with so much energy. You can tell his excitement level when he's out there, no matter what is going on in the game. He's going to give you all he has. And I think moments like this are really big for Greg because he hasn't been to the G League yet. He hasn't played a lot, so when he gets those opportunities, I'm always happy for him, and I always want to, keep kind of teaching him even in the game, kind of teaching him things as he's going. Picks things up pretty fast.